Hello everyone, and welcome to the video where today I'm going to be pretty much this is going to be a top 5 useful tips and tricks and trivia pretty much in Genso Wander Reloaded that you may not know of, or practically you want to know. So, before we get to it, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's get this video to 5 likes, and also, we are 12 subs away to 250, and I'll do a special stream. I'll probably stream this game if we get to that in this video, but anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Oh, make sure to just check out my Twitch channel and all that, my Discord server, and my Twitter. So, number 1. So the first thing is, it's in terms of getting a powerful weapon. So, if you want to know how to get an ultra powerful weapon, or rather a legendary weapon, such as the History Eater's Spirit, or pretty much all of them are spirit weapons that have spirit in the name. But to make one, you need a gem. And to get a gem, you gotta do the Aku Gacha. You gotta do the Aku Gacha to get a gem. Right here. That's not really a gem, but rather, it's something that is it's not a gem, but still, it's something you can use to make something. Or, I don't know, I really don't know if it's anything to make, but what the gems, or what you can mostly do with gems, is make legendary weapons and legendary shields. I don't know about charms, but now I'm gonna tell you guys what's the best place to get yen, because I think you need at least 5,000 yen for a Hida scroll or something, but to do that, if you want to get like a lot of yen to do that, this dungeon right here is the perfect dungeon to do this, because all enemies drop money, and it gets pretty hard. You can't make anything, so pretty much you're gonna have to. You might need to have like your gear pretty solid. I would say if you have your equipment if you have your weapon shield over level 300 by melding, which we'll get that in a moment, then this should not be a problem with you. Now, keep in mind, this particular dungeon, it's not easy. But yeah, enemies will drop yen, and there's a magic return circle every 10 floors, so you can leave if you want. But you probably want to keep going on the dungeon to get a lot of yen. But yeah, that dungeon is definitely good to grind for some yen. Just don't die though, or else you'll lose all of your yen. Alright, so now number 2 is the meld function. So if you don't know what the meld function is, well, let me show you. So let's say I want to have the perfect Cherno melded, and I do this with it. That's basically the results. Basically, it's like you can enhance your weapon even further beyond to make your weapon stronger. Now, why? And this is kind of something you learn eventually, but here's a little something you don't know. If you meld, let's say, the same weapon, like let's say we have like, let's see, let's say I want to make like another, what is it, the dagger? The mistletoe dagger. Basically, if you meld two weapons of the same type, it'll power up. The weapon will be powered up, meaning that your weapon will be significantly stronger than it was before. It'll be much more powerful. So yeah, that's something I'm pretty sure no one knew about, that if you meld two weapons of the same type, then the weapon will have its attack increase quite a lot more than you would expect. Now keep in mind, it has to be the same weapon. So like, for instance, if I were to meld this with my the Absolute Zero I bought, as you can see, the attack goes up. And it's not leveled up, it's the way it is. So yeah. Something you guys might wanna keep an eye on just in case. But yeah, if you didn't know, you can meld 2 weapons. If you meld 2 weapons that are legendary weapons, then your weapon will be significantly stronger than before. And if this also works on shields, I don't think it works on equipment. But yeah. At least for what I know is, it doesn't work on charms, because, well, I tried it, didn't work. But yeah. So number 3 is, some of these dungeons here in the Watsutsuki Bunnyland. Some of these, as much as some of them are hard, they are possible. Now, for the Mystery House 1, which is 5 floors, basically for this, let's say you, there's like money on the ground, so if you want to clear the dungeon the normal way, don't collect or pick up any of the money, because if you do, then you're just gonna get the death ending. Yeah. So that's a little something I want that you guys should know about. And this one where where is it? This is all live commentary, by the way, in case people are wondering. But there is a dungeon where, which is this. There's 3 endings in this. The 3 endings is, thanks to my good pal Mark, he told me that there's 3 endings. One ending is if you get the rabbit defeated and you defeat the lunar rabbit, like, at the end of the dungeon. You defeat him, well, which is hard, but don't worry, just keep trying. Maybe have, like, equipment with animal barrier on it, animal slayer. But, if you defeat it, you're forced to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna put her out of misery. And then you go back, you get the worst ending. But the other ending is, there's a special medicine at halfway through the dungeon. I think when you get to floor 11, where you have to defeat these weird-looking Lunarian enemies. Well, they're not weird, it's just that their shapes are weird. But yeah, this dungeon's pretty hard, but there's special medicine which is known as the one, the only pretty bad... Don't drink this, by the way, in the dungeon. It's not good. It doesn't do much to you. But the thing is, the Yagokoro Bug Repellent. Where basically, you drink it, it'll cure any diseases or stuff. Like, basically, the dungeon is based on aliens, if you couldn't tell. That's what it is. But are the aliens from the Aliens movie really bugs? They don't look like bugs to me. They just look like alien creatures. But maybe it's those, like, things that go inside of them, like a person, then it does it. Yeah, but you need this. You need to find this. There's only one, and you only have well, not a certain amount of time, but you gotta be, like, quick. But once you get used to it, then there shouldn't be a problem. But basically, if you drink this, it's not good. Don't drink it. But you gotta keep this, though. And you don't throw it. By the way, don't throw it at the lunar rabbit if you know. But you have to keep her alive, though. The other one is, if you don't get the medicine and you do it, you're just like, you take her to Raisin and all that. You'll find it out. So number 4, move on to number 4. This is going to be something interesting, because this one is going to be about this dungeon we're going to do right now, which is Innocent Heart. So, Innocent Heart, right? It's one of the most interesting dungeons in this game, because as you can see, look at that. I start floor 100, 141. So the thing about this dungeon is, it's 1,000 floors, as you can see, so it's the longest dungeon in the entire game. But the thing is, there's a little bit of tips in this. So, there's a magic return circle you get every 20 floors. Now, keep in mind that it's every 20 floors. And, basically, there's a checkpoint system that works where if you return to base via those circles, your progress will be saved. The 20 floors you advance through will be saved. So, like, let's say you go to like floor, like right now I'm at floor 141 right now, and I go to floor 160. If I choose to return, and if I want to do this again, I'll be able to continue where I left off. It works like that. It's a bit weird, but yeah, like once... Now this dungeon, for some reason, like this dungeon is not that hard to unlock. Like, I believe if you are new to this game and you if you want to know how to unlock this, basically you gotta do one thing only to unlock this dungeon, and that is, well, from the previous thing I mentioned about Mystery House 2, that's how you unlock this dungeon. Yeah, that's how I unlocked this dungeon. So, you beat Mystery House 2, and you get this dungeon. Now, the Jump Return to Akre spell card, don't use that, because that it'll still do the thing where it will lose your progress you made. So, don't use it unless you absolutely have to. Like, if you're about to die or something. Or if you're... Well, to be honest, like, if you die, like, that's okay. Because you can just restart and you won't have, like, all your levels gone. And that's the other cool thing. So, not only that, but your level will stay the same as it is. You won't lose your level. And if you go to the previous floor, like floor 1, for instance, you want to start from square 1, you won't have your progress removed either way. Which makes it really cool. To the point where you don't have to worry about losing your progress if you start from floor 1 again. Now again, like, this dungeon, it's long. I honestly want to see someone try to speedrun through this game. Or this dungeon. I mean, I wouldn't mind someone speedrunning, but I want to see someone speedrunning through this particular dungeon. Like, any speedrunners out there that played this, what's your time of this? Like, if not in just like, you know, one timing, like one go, or not in like overall, but like, what was the time you did to complete this dungeon, like in one try? Not multiple times, one try. Like if you were to do like a 24-hour stream doing this, tell me what it is, because honestly, I might try and see how fast I can do this, because it's not hard. What I gotta do is basically just level up enough, speed run through it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do this dungeon and I'll just like non-stop just like do this dungeon. Might be 24 hours, might not be, or, you know. But to be honest, like, I kind of see this not being possible for 24 hours. I kind of see this as like something for like 2 hours, or like 2 days or so. Because this dungeon is that long. Now, honestly, in all fairness, this dungeon pretty much is impossible to speedrun. Not saying like, oh, because there's a lot of enemies and stuff you gotta deal with. No, because it's 1,000 floors. Like, I don't think there's a speedrun thing of it. Although, some of you guys out there can let me know about the speedruns, because like, I would be surprised if someone's speedrun in this dungeon is like 4 hours, and still like someone's like level, I don't know, like 1 million or so, which I believe that's possible, but I don't know for this dungeon in particular. Alright. Now to the final tip thing, which is basically in terms of certain enemies. If you use Incompetence Talisman on Tay, and pretty much enemies that would run away from you, so like enemies such as Tay, Yuyuko, and all that, and more importantly, as well as Yuyuko and Sega, who would basically just avoid you, pretty much. Well, not avoid, but they'll just like wander around. You do that, they'll just come after you no matter what. No matter where you go, they're always gonna be there. Or they're always gonna follow you. But without it, the power... Now, to do that, the Incompetence Talisman gives the enemy the Power Seal effect. If the enemy has a Power Seal effect, they will not be able to use their abilities. And enemies where they don't attack you, for instance, like Tay and all that. I mean, she will, but that's only if you corner her. But yeah, and also, Rin, who is completely non-hostile, she's completely pacifist, but you give her either the Insane Effect, Power Seal, she'll come after you. She'll come after you to try to kill you. And believe me, you wouldn't want that to happen. But, yeah, if you want to see, like, character-wise, like, how to use characters properly, do let me know in the comments about that. If you want to see, like, a whole video where I talk about how to use, like, every character properly, like, have, like, a proper build on the certain character, so, like, set her up to be overpowered, do let me know, because I'll probably do that as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I didn't really have anything planned. I was gonna make a video where I was gonna rant about, you know, my streams of Genshin Impact on Twitch, but I'll save that tomorrow. So fair warning, you might hear me rant a lot tomorrow. Believe me, cause honestly, like, this is. And it's not just about that, but something else as well. Like, it's gonna be about two things. Like, that and also the fact they haven't fixed Dea yet. The new update came out, but I've already done a stream about it. I'll have the VOD of it later on today. But anyways, that's it for the video. Make sure to comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I shall see you in tomorrow's video. And also stream on Twitch. So, bye everyone.